Should Liverpool fans keep their faith in Darwin Nunez? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to centre around the Liverpool and Uruguayan striker known as Darwin Nunez, or as many people have obviously nicknamed him, Captain Chaos. With the question being, should Liverpool fans keep their faith in him, or is it time that maybe we should start looking beyond him and maybe thinking about getting a replacement who is more clinical in the final third? Darwin Nunez has accumulated 8 goals and 8 assists across 28 appearances in all competitions for Liverpool this season, which isn't a bad stat, but obviously could have been greatly improved upon at this stage in all competitions. It's left many people questioning whether or not it is time that, or whether or not Nunez has had plenty of time to convince Liverpool fans that he is the man to take Liverpool forward in the attacking sense. It has left many people questioning whether or not it's time we move on and we look at somebody else. It's left a big question mark over Liverpool going forward. Despite Liverpool obviously being top of the league and 3 points clear at the top, this is one particular question mark that many people are pretty much divided on in terms of what to do with Darwin Nunez going forward. Despite there being this big blemish over, obviously, his composure in the final third and obviously his goal contributions maybe not matching the kind of big chances he's getting for himself, his overall gameplay has certainly improved. But is that enough? Is that enough for a guy who's meant to be leading the line, getting all of these big opportunities, game in, game out, but not taking them when they matter most? That's what we're going to be exploring and talking about in this video today. So without further ado, hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated, and as always, get involved in the comment section. I'd love for you to get involved in the comment section. Tell me about this topic, people. Tell me about Darwin Nunez. Give me your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it in regards to Nunez and Liverpool going forward. So that would all make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's talk Darwin Nunez and Liverpool. Now, let me just say first and foremost, I'm a guy that's backed Darwin Nunez a lot. I like what he brings to the squad. I like what he brings to the table. I've liked it ever since day one. I've loved this signing. I've loved the idea and the potential of this signing. I like his speed. I like his energy. I like his passion, his work rate, determination, his improvement over the course of the last 18 months or so. Everything about this guy I love, apart from one key aspect, and that is that he is frustrating as hell. He is so frustrating because he's got all of this ability. He's got all of the traits and attributes to make him one of the most fearsome and deadliest strikers in the game today. And every now and again, you'll see a flash. You'll see a glimpse of that. You'll see him harass defenders. You'll see him be a thorn in the side of defenders. You'll see him use his physical presence, his aerial presence, his speed, his explosive speed, his pace, his ability to really frighten any kind of opposition defence. And you'll see it every now and again. He can be deadly in front of goal. He just needs half a chance and he will take it. You saw that against Newcastle. He scored 2 very ruthless finishes there. You saw it against Burnley last week. Very, very good finish there. And he scored a worldie in the EFL Cup against Bournemouth. Quality finishes, quality goals. But he doesn't show it enough, particularly in front of goal. I have no doubt in my mind this guy has improved since he first came to Liverpool. No doubt in my mind that his overall gameplay has improved from his first touch right the way down to his overall build-up play. His positional awareness, everything about him has improved. And there is a player in there, and you know there is a player in there because he wouldn't be getting the big opportunities that he gets if there wasn't a player in there. If he wasn't a smart, intelligent player to be in the right place at the right time and to use his abilities and to use his traits that he has and everything else in his locker to the best of his ability. But the one area that hasn't improved is his composure in front of goal. He has got 8 goals in all competitions this season and 8 assists in all of those competitions. They include 5 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League. They include 2 goals and 1 assist in the Europa League and 1 goal and 1 assist in the EFL Cup, if I'm not mistaken. This guy, it's not a bad stat to have, but when you consider the amount of chances that he's getting outside of the ones that he's actually put in the back of the net, this guy should have more goals. Incredible. Monday night against Newcastle, I think he had about 5, 6, 7 really good opportunities. 3 of them, maybe he should have took. Maybe I'm being a bit... 2 of them definitely, I think. 3 of them were big opportunities. Now, you can argue that Martin Dubravka was having a quality game at that point, and I think that's fair to say, because Dubravka, I don't think there were, on a few of those attempts on goal, Nunez could have done much better. Dubravka was having a pretty good game up until that point. He was probably the one Newcastle player that you could really say could hold his head up high from that performance, despite leaking 4 goals, of course. But that one-on-one opportunity just sums up his career. Like, it's so good to get in that position. It's so good to use his power and his pace and everything to shrug off the defender from shielding the ball, win the ball, go through one-on-one, and you think, he's got it, he's got it. And then he just kicks it straight at the goalkeeper. Rather than try and take it around him, which is what I would have personally done in that situation, whether it would be to try and dink it over the goalkeeper, which a lot of players would have done. I saw Chris Wood do it, for example. Chris Wood, of all players, do that kind of finish the other week against Newcastle, coincidentally. He decided to shoot it straight at the goalkeeper. I think he's tried to either nutmeg him or just try and slide it around him, but he's got the technique all wrong, and he's just hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Frustrating. Absolutely frustrating for a guy who gets into so many good positions, and gets so many good opportunities, game in, game out. This guy is frustrating. That's not to say that there hasn't been overall improvement. Like I said at the top of the video, his overall gameplay has very much improved. There's been improvements made to his first touch. There's been improvements made to his overall build-up play. There's been improvements made to everything about this guy's game. You can see game in, game out, he continues to get better in that aspect. He's getting more assists. He's getting more goal contributions. I think he still is one of the top leading goal contributors per 90 minutes in the Premier League this season. I don't think he's top, but I remember seeing something like he is one of the best. So there is something to this guy's game. But the more chances and more opportunities that he misses, the more frustrated it's going to be. And the more frustrated I am. I'm running out of patience with this guy. I love this guy to pieces, and I love everything that he has as a Liverpool player, and I love everything that he represents, and I love his passion, and I can't fault his passion, work rate, desire, everything else that you cannot really quantify. I love about this guy. But the chances he's missing are really, 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 really frustrating. And as a Liverpool fan that has seen Liverpool come so close to winning multiple league titles in my lifetime, but only have won the one so far, I know what it's like to miss the Premier League title by the odd point or 2 or 3 or 4. And when you look back at the times that Liverpool have gone for the title, been involved in a title race over the course of the past 10-15 years, you'll see that Liverpool don't lose that many games. Liverpool have lost 1 game all season once and still not managed to win the title. Liverpool have lost 2 games all season once and didn't win the title. It's frustrating, it's annoying, but the moments that you put it down to are not having enough of a clinical edge in particular games that you draw in. And so far this season, Liverpool have dropped stupid points in stupid games to stupid opposition. With all due respect. Liverpool should not be drawing to the likes of Luton. And Liverpool should not be drawing to the likes of Manchester United in the current state that Manchester United are in. But that's the reality of the situation. We did. And why was that? Because we missed golden opportunities. We had golden opportunities to make them count, and we didn't. And Nunez is a big, big, big fault of that. And he'll know it himself. He doesn't need, me to say it. Not that he'll probably ever see this, but It doesn't mean me to tell him that, but at the same time, he is, and he needs to be called out on it, and I have called him out on it, despite the fact that I love the guy, and despite the fact that I'm a big fan of his, and despite the fact that I've defended him to the hill on numerous occasions, whether it be to friends or family, or even on here in certain videos. He needs to be criticised when he deserves to be criticised, and against Luton, he deserved to be criticised, and he was, because he missed several golden opportunities to put the game to bed. Didn't take it, and he was in a good goal-scoring form at that point, or he's in a good goal contributions form at that point, in which he was in a string of really good performances and was doing really, really well, and was obviously getting a goal or assist per game. He was actually in a good vein of form. Against Manchester United, again, he had a couple of good opportunities there, but just one thing or another let him down. He's still rough around the edges, and this is one thing I will say about when I say that his overall play has improved. He's still rough around the edges. It's not completely perfect. There's nothing about his game that is, in my opinion, perfection. and I wouldn't be expecting it to be. But I would be expecting him to have worked on his composure and prolific nature by now. But it just doesn't seem to be the case right now. He's still missing these really good opportunities. He's still fluffing his lines in key moments. And I do fear that if Liverpool are to go on this title race, if Liverpool are to go to the run into the end of the season as one of the top teams in the division, still going at it, still going really good in all other competitions and the Premier League, you know, fingers crossed. I've always doubted Liverpool will win the Premier League title because I just see certain minor issues with this side that maybe say that City will go on and win it again. But if we are to do it, we're going to need Nunez to fix up. We're going to need Nunez to fix up in front of goal and to start burying these opportunities. Because like I say, I've seen Liverpool sides lose the Premier League title by the odd few points here and there. And the reason it is down to is not because of the games that we necessarily lose, but the games that we draw. And because we draw a lot of those games. We need a more prolific scoring striker up front. And it's frustrating for Nunez as well in the way that obviously Cody Gakpo scored on Monday night, and he scored with one of the most mishit shots you're ever going to see. Nunez's strikes were pretty much for the most part clean, and I don't think he could have done much better in a few of them, and yet Dubravka was just equal to them. And then Gakpo comes on, and then within 5 to 10 minutes of him coming on, scores with one of the most mishit weird shots you'll ever see. That of course outwits and outfoxes Dubravka in the Newcastle goal. You've got Diogo Jota, who's missed a lot of time with injury. He comes back. He's already recorded a goal against Burnley and an assist against Newcastle for the Curtis Jones goal. And you can probably even get considering the assist for winning the penalty, the rather soft penalty that it was for Mohamed Salah to score his second of the night on that day. So the Liverpool striker situation and the Liverpool front three situation has always been interchanging, because one week one striker will do good, the next week the other strikers will do good, and that same striker will not do as good. It's constantly been interchanging this season when all 5 of the Liverpool front three, or all 5 of the Liverpool attackers, should I say, have been fit and firing. Salah's a permanent fixture on that right-hand side, but you could put Nunez on that left-hand side instead of Diaz maybe. Gakpo's obviously made a name for himself on that left-hand side as well. And then up front, you can go with Jota, who is a much more clinical striker. You can go with Nunez, who is going to absolutely harass and absolutely be a thorn in the side of the defence all 90 minutes of any game. Or you can go with Gakpo, who will drop into midfield and be a bit more of a workhorse in there, but can also offer speed, pace, power going forward as well. So it is a very interesting conundrum to have for Jurgen Klopp in terms of which kind of combination of forward three does he want. But of course, they're entering into a big period of the season now. Nunez's assists have mainly come when Salah's been on the pitch. Nothing wrong with that. Shows they've got a good combination and a good partnership going. But of course, Salah's going to be away now for the next month. And I do worry about Liverpool. Not necessarily in terms of them being a one-man team, but in terms of when Salah sometimes doesn't turn up, is there going to be someone else to turn up in his absence? Luis Diaz had one of his best performances on Monday night against Newcastle. I felt finally this guy has finally had a good appearance under his belt, and hopefully that continues, because it's going to be a massive month ahead with Salah's absence. Endo's also going to be away in the midfield, so that's going to be another concern for Liverpool as well. But in terms of our forward line, which I've said time and time again, on paper looks to be the most dangerous and most frightening front line in the Premier League, it hasn't quite clicked this season. And I've constantly said that time and time again. One day it will, and we'll start putting away these opportunities, and it won't be long before we're smashing teams 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9-0 again. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before something like that happens. But it's going to take Diaz to improve. It's going to take Jota to stop being injured. It's going to take Gakpo to pick up some consistency, and Nunez to pick up that consistent vein of form, particularly in front of goal. And like I say, with this next month being crucial for Liverpool's development in a title race, and crucial for Liverpool as a whole, because the FA Cup's starting this weekend. We've got the Carabao Cup semi-final. That's to be played across 2 legs, of course, against Fulham coming up. It's a massive part of Liverpool's season. And I'm just praying and hoping that Nunez can find some form in front of goal that will ultimately save his Liverpool career, because I do feel like many Liverpool fans are starting to turn on Nunez, and I do feel like if he doesn't start to be much more consistent in front of goal, we may look beyond him. And obviously I want what's best for Liverpool, and if that is to be the case, if come the end of the season his goal contributions have not necessarily improved and he's still missing these golden opportunities, it would be time to move him on, and it would be probably time to obviously bring in another striker that's going to be ruthless, that's going to be consistent, and that's going to obviously push Liverpool on going forward, and to obviously take these opportunities more and win us games that maybe in the past we would have drawn, or maybe even draw us games that maybe we would have even lost in previous years. So whilst I do defend Darwin Nunez to an extent, and whilst I do obviously see the improvements made by the Uruguayan striker, I do feel like if he doesn't improve, and this is going to be a big month for him, and this is going to be a big 6 months for him between now and the end of the season, I do feel like I am starting to lose faith in Darwin Nunez just a little bit. But I do defend him to the hill. He is still a Liverpool player at the end of the day. I still back him to come good, and I back him to be... Because if he sorts himself out, if he becomes much more clinical in front of goal, if he just gets his composure level to a place where it just comes naturally to him, and he's finishing chances left, right and centre, and as well, he learns how to stay on side. Honestly, if Arsene Wenger brought in his version of the offside law for the entirety of football, Darwin Nunez would be insane. Because Darwin Nunez will be staying on side all game and getting beyond even the opportunities he's getting right now. It would be absolutely phenomenal and insane to think about. But the offside rule is as what it is. I'm praying he becomes more clinical in front of goal. I really do back him. But at the same time, I do feel like maybe we should be considering our options going forward. If his form, if his goal-scoring output does not improve going forward. For right now, Liverpool being top of the table and Salah grabbing all the goals and him contributing to an extent every now and again in terms of a goal here, an assist here is fine. But it's about the games that Liverpool do drop points in is where you really see it matter most. And the only reason why we see it happen on Monday is because that game could have been different. And obviously that one-on-one chance was massive for him. Those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this whole Darwin Nunez situation? Leave me your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings down below in the comments section below, because I'm sure it'll make for interesting and great reading. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new and want to see more content like this. Both things always forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video. I will see you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for stopping by and watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again soon.